Hello guys, welcome back to Ekuripu TV. Now the agreement signed with the Niger Republic and the European Union and other countries in curbing migration has been terminated by the coup leaders in Niger. Remember that Agadez is one of the key routes to Europe or to Libya, neighboring Libya, then towards the Mediterranean that will land you in Europe. So if this deal is abandoned now, that means that migrants or people who are fleeing from different countries to Europe, we have unhindered access to cross that very border. All right. Let me quickly show you what I'm talking about. Now, if you look at my screen here, you are going to see um, Niger's junta revokes a key law that had slowed migration for Africans desperate to reach Europe. You can see that on Washington Post. See, I'm going to be playing you a video, and then here too on Info Migrant, you have Niger junta revokes law aimed at curbing migration to Europe. You see, so it is going to be another issue between the European Union government, the West, and the Niger Republic. Remember that the West was supporting the president of Nigeria to invade Niger Republic to reinstate a democratic order because the military took over from the democracy of the country in a coup. Now let's go into details very quickly, and I'm going to be playing you the video to back up this report. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do that very quickly, and then do also share our videos to other social media platforms so that people will get to know the information that we are passing on daily basis. Thank you, and God bless you. Now, the 2015 law that criminalized the trafficking of migrants through the West African nation. Niger's coup leaders risk further complicating relations with the European Union because of the revocation of this very law, right? Now, Niger's military junta has repealed a 2015 anti-migration law that curbed smuggling of people through the country into Europe, the government announced late Monday. What does that mean? It means that in the past, from 2015, after the European Union leaders met with the Niger Republic's government, they had an agreement that will help in reducing or even in stopping migration from crossing their border into neighboring Libya. You know what I'm saying? Because the smuggling has been taken through the backyard to cross several borders where police and other forces are manned to make sure that they don't allow them to pass. But with this cancellation of this law by the Niger's military or military government, there will be no restriction. It will just be go and cross. Now, it will no longer be this one that you'll be taken through different routes, different bushes, different deserts, just for them to escape the police search because they are trying to smuggle you into Libya. Okay? So, the West African nation is a hub for those trying to enter Europe via neighboring Libya and Algeria. Why did Niger revoke the law? You might want to know. According to a statement from the government, junta leader General Abdurrahmane Tiani signed the order repealing the 2015 law as it did not take into account the interest of Niger and its citizens. Now, this is coming because the West wanted Niger to be invaded by the Nigerian government through ECOWAS. All right. The repeal erases previous convictions under the law, and all those convicted would be considered for release by the Ministry of Justice, said Ibrahim Jean Etienne, the Secretary General of the ministry. The repeal of their law further complicates the relations between Niger and the European Union, which is the EU. Tensions has been high since the EU slapped sanctions on the country after a military coup deposed President Mohamed Bazoum in July 2023. The repeal is seen as the junta's effort to regain local support. So this one now will allow all the people in Niger who wishes to flee the country to go unhindered. Now the government will no longer educate you on the risks of migration, illegal migration, or try to stop you from leaving the country, which means that we might, I don't know, we may, I don't know, see droves of migrants crossing from that route. That is the kind of situation that you might witness now. Law aimed to curb illegal migration, initially backed by the EU. The 2015 law aimed to curb illegal migrant flows, but adversely impacted local economies in desert regions like Agadez. Now, that law made it, difficult for cities like Agadez, to cope because the illegal migration was booming the economy of Agadez. So since they have opened this Niger Republic now, Agadez will now have customers that will patronize them, that will buy food, that will stay in Agadez legally while waiting to be pushed further into Libya. You get the point now. According to UN estimates, up to 4,000 migrants can pass through Agadez every single week without travel documents. The International Organization for Migration, IOM, reported that the now repealed law was effective in decreasing irregular migration in Niger. The law targeted people smugglers who faced up to 5 years in prison if convicted. Some residents of Agadez, a desert city heavily impacted economically by the previous law, have welcomed the repeal. A local resident told Reuters news agency that he used to make thousands of dollars a month driving migrants through the desert. I'm going to start again. That's what he said. We are very happy. However, the recent revocation of the law is causing concern among experts. ULF Lesson, the regional office director of the Konrad Adenauer Foundation for the Sahel in Germany, was quoted by the DPA news agency as saying, now the horror scenario is unfolding for Europe. This latest info. Let me quickly play you this video so that you will hear from authentic news.
Niger's ruling junta has signed a decree revoking a 2015 law that was brought in to slow the smuggling of migrants traveling from African countries through a key migration route in the country en route to Europe, according to a government circular issued on Monday. All those previously convicted under the law would be considered for release by the Ministry of Justice. Niger's Agadez region is a gateway from West Africa to the Sahara and has been an important route both for Africans attempting to reach Europe via Libya and the Mediterranean Sea, as well as those who are returning home. But the route's popularity means that it has also become lucrative for people smugglers. The 2015 law, enacted by the Nigerian government working with the European Union, was aimed at stopping an estimated 4,000 undocumented migrants per week and allowed for the prosecution of smugglers. The revocation of the law, which comes months after a coup on July 26 which toppled President Mohamed Bazoum, will only add to growing political tensions between the West African nation and EU countries.
All right, guys. So this is the latest update on this crossing from this region into Libya, then into Europe. So I would like to hear from you. Let me know what you guys think about it. But this is just opening of that border entirely for migrants to pass without hindrance. There will be nothing like, those checks that you usually dodge, that you usually try to skip, taking you through the bush paths. It will no longer be there. It is now serere, wherever. All right. So drop your comment and share this video. Thank you.